Have you ever wondered why only around 3 people in every 100 retire financially free? There are quite a few unfounded beliefs about investing that have been passed around through the years. And many of these myths were invented by procrastinators to justify their inaction. We all suffer from procrastinations to some extent. But when you recognize it for what it truly is, you can then overcome the temptation to sit back and watch your life pass by. We were born as action takers. But as we grew up, we were gradually conditioned by our relatives and society to accept mediocrity. These unfounded fears and limiting beliefs have been passed down and inherited by each preceding generation. The school system has barely changed in over 100 years in that individuality and innovation is discouraged. As a society, we've been conditioned from an early age to become worker bees and not the entrepreneurial free spirits that we were designed to be. It is no wonder that many people do not enjoy the lives that they lead. But it can be different for you, but you have to stop looking for someone else to make the change for you. There is only one person living who can make your life better. We all have had other people's limiting sayings thrust upon us and may have inherited a few ourselves. People believe that winning the lotto will be the answer to all their problems. But in reality, most lotto winners are poor and miserable just a few years later. They lose the money so quickly because they have not developed the mindset and the asset base that will allow them to be wealthy and happy. We believe that investing in quality Australian real estate is one of the best ways to achieve financial independence. But before you dive in and do what the rest of the population do and buy the first property that you like the look of, let's look at 5 things that we believe you must know before investing in Australian real estate. Number 1, real estate versus other asset classes. There is very good reason why most wealthy people prefer to invest in property. One of society's core needs is shelter, and those who supply it are rewarded handsomely. Other asset classes can be much more volatile. Mutual funds are an investment for the poor and uneducated, and shares are intangible and subject to major market fluctuations, as it is much more difficult to pick a winner. With property, you can make much more educated decisions and even have a hand in its success by adding improvements. If you were to try to influence the value of stock, you would most likely be put in jail for insider trading. Number 2, understanding the law of compounding interest. Albert Einstein once famously told a reporter that the most powerful force in the universe was the law of compounding interest. This law is the major reason that banks and lenders turn over such hefty profits year in, year out. So how do we as property investors profit from this great force? Firstly, you need to understand how this law works. If you owned a property that averaged 10% growth yearly, how many years do you think it would take to double in value, thereby giving you 100% capital growth? If you answered 10 years, you would be wrong. See, the law of compounding returns, even at a fixed percentage per year, realizes increasing profits every year. The correct answer would be that a property growing at an average of 10% per year would have doubled in just over 7 years, as demonstrated here on a property valued at $500,000 when purchased. By the 10th year, this property would be worth almost $1.3 million. If you think that is great, check out how much money you would have if you could just double one set every day for 30 days using the same law of compounding. Here we go. Yes, you read it right. More than $5 million in just 30 days. Amazing, isn't it? Number 3, how to identify areas that could be about to boom. Imagine having a crystal ball that told you exactly which areas were about to boom, and you would be able to pick those areas and the types of properties that would consistently outperform the real estate market. Ask most property professionals what to look for in a property investment, and they will undoubtedly recite the tired phrase, location, location, location. Whilst location to transport, infrastructure and amenities is important in maximising future growth, there are other factors that are equally as important. With an ageing population and around 3 million baby boomers beginning to retire, there are certain styles of homes that we believe will outperform the market. No longer is the huge McMansion the great Australian dream. Low maintenance properties on smaller blocks and dual purpose homes are what we believe will be the star performers over the coming years. Areas which have strong economies and are not just reliant on just one main industry are much more secure investment. Here are a few key indicators of potential booming areas. Strong past growth areas and new satellite cities are the best places to achieve consistent long-term growth. Is the rental yield increasing? Look for areas where the rental yield is rising. This indicates that an area is popular among renters who tend to buy in the same area they're renting in when they become homeowners. Who is moving there? Look at the demographics of people moving into the area. Suburbs where the median age is around 35 or so tend to gentrify faster, as these demographics tend to have better income and are therefore able to afford to buy or rent more expensive properties. Does the area have a rising population? Population, when combined with other indicators such as rising income and low supply, can push housing prices up. Are there any large infrastructure projects planned for the area? This is a good indicator that the area is likely to see a spike in housing demand as workers flock in for jobs. Auction clearance rates and average days on market. This is an excellent indicator as to if an area is about to boom. Average days on market will drop and auction clearance rates will rise dramatically before a boom in property prices. How much in income or other assets do I need to be able to purchase an investment property? To secure finance for a quality investment home in Australia, the following is generally required. Please note these figures are an approximate guide only and have not taken into account your personal circumstances. Single income, minimum $65,000 per annum. $80,000 combined household income per annum. $100,000 equity in your own home or other assets. $160,000 to $180,000 in your self-managed super fund. Self-managed super investments generally require a 10% deposit. Number 5, how much property will I need to retire comfortably? Well, how long is a piece of string? Well, the real question is, how much per year in income do you require to retire comfortably? Only you can answer this one, so write down a figure. For every $50,000 per year in income you desire, you will need to have around $1 million in property. So if you would like to retire on $100,000 per year, you would need to own and have accumulated and paid off a $2 million property portfolio before retirement. Sound tough? Well, with the right strategy in place and by purchasing the right properties that outperform the market, it can be easier than you might think. Global Property Connect are here to revolutionize the way property is bought and sold around the world. We provide education and the opportunity for you to create an income stream while learning how to become a property investor. For more information, visit www.globalpropertyconnect.com.au.